Wonder.
Okay.
Pew,
Dun, dun,
pew,
dun.
pew. Hi.
Okay. So wait, we went to the museum.
Yeah.
What's the name of the museum?
It has a really long name. It's known as the Museum of Reina Sofia.
Okay. And then we bought some orange juice on our way back because I wanted to try orange juice. And then we bought mangoes on the first day we came here. And then we're gonna eat this for dinner. We have some ice with the orange juice.
I'm an idiot. I brought one fork.
Go get another one.
Because I somehow thought this was for the ice.
What?
Yeah. Alright.
Okay, so while we're having dinner, we're going to talk about what happened in our day. Okay, let's pour ourselves a cup of orange.
Freshly squeezed orange juice, to be exact. There's these machines in supermarkets that kind of plop oranges in. Crush
Can I buy
them.
you a drink?
Oh yeah? Yes, you may.
Let me buy you a drink.
Are you flirting with me, fair madam?
No.
You're not?
You wanna get out of here?
That would actually be like a really nice thing to say if we were outside, actually.
Yeah.
Bring you here.
Yeah.
I should have said that at the museum.
Okay.
Cheers.
Cheers.
It's orange. You just down more than half of the orange juice in one go.
It's good. It's a tiny bit bitter.
Yeah.
I guess it's because they squeeze with the
The pulp? Like
the skin.
The skin, yeah. It also kind of depends on the oranges. Some are more sweet, some are more bitter.
Okay, let's try the mangoes.
Yeah. This is a very fruity dinner.
No, this is yours.
Oh, okay.
I mean, you can have one of these if you want, but you know, it's easier to eat if we eat from our
Own individual
Yeah.
mangoes.
So,
The museum, right?
now what do you think about the museum? Oh, we went there because it was free from 6 to 8.
Yep.
From Monday to Saturday.
Yeah, so, you know,
Yeah.
we decided to just pop in.
You do need to get a ticket though.
Yeah, you need to get a ticket and you need to like actually scan the ticket when you enter and when you go out. So it is important that you know, get a ticket and keep track of the ticket.
Yeah.
Right? I'm guessing that's in part because of COVID, to know how many people are in. But I don't know. The museum itself, though, we actually didn't see the entire museum because it was pretty big, right?
Yeah.
So we only saw about 4 exhibits. We saw like the
Yeah, but we couldn't see like the Picasso, the whole
one fully, yeah. We just kind of just rushed to see Guernica and that's it.
Yeah. It's a shame. Like I don't wanna be offensive, but they really designed the museum bad. I don't wanna be offensive to the museum, but I think like
Okay.
most people who went there would agree.
Yeah. So like on that note, I feel like everyone who entered the museum, like when we came in at 6, had no idea where to go.
Yeah, yeah.
I actually feel like some people are actually following us to see what we would do.
Yeah.
And at points I was following people.
We were following the guy ahead of us.
Yeah, because we
Yeah.
had no idea. We went to, you know, floor 1 and there was an exhibit, but then there was a sticker saying you can't come in. I think there was a woman there kind of guarding the entry or something, right? We went to floor 2 and there was like nothing, and 3. And then it turned out, I don't know if you noticed that, but the museum was like 2 separate buildings that are kind of connected,
Yeah.
right?
You know, and then like it wasn't even like, so usually museums they have one line that you can follow to see the whole
Yes.
museum, but then it was like many different rooms that you can like just like. So when you go into one room from one entry, there were like a separate other like exits.
Yeah.
Not just like you see this room and then move on to another room. It was like you can just like go to any other room and then you have to like come back to the room, then go to the other exit to see the other room.
Yeah.
Which is like
Pretty confusing, actually.
yeah, and like especially for tourists who have to like rush to see things,
Yeah.
it's really difficult for them to like really enjoy.
The museum.
Yeah.
Because you kind of lose a lot of time thinking, oh wait, have we been to this room?
Yeah.
Are we missing rooms by taking this path?
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like they could have definitely organized it better. And I know it's like a really big building, but you know, you can do like IKEA. They do these little arrows,
Yeah.
and they do like this little maze
Yeah.
that you can follow. You know.
Yeah.
So, Reina Sofia, you know, if you're watching this video, take some pointers.
Mm. It was a shame though, like, and also I understand it from a marketing point, like marketing strategy point, because how they designed it was that they put the less popular exhibits on the third floor, which you were forced to start from, and then they had like the more popular
One's at the bottom.
yeah, and then so you had to go through all of the
like the less popular ones.
less popular artists
Or
to
the newer ones,
yeah, and then we didn't have enough time to
get to the good ones.
yeah.
Because I think we were pretty excited to like see the Picasso part, right? Because you know,
I wasn't really that excited because I didn't know what it was, but you know, I'm guessing like everyone else was excited to see that. I just mostly wanted to enjoy the museum, and then the first parts weren't bad. Like it was nice, but it was just that.
As you went on, there were better things, and you were like, "Oh no, I don't have time to see the better things."
And then at least like because we knew that we were gonna stay here for a long time, we were okay with like rushing through things and like skipping. But then for people who really you know wanted to see the art, they would be like devastated that they had to choose between like who was there like in the second floor. Salvador
Dali,
and
Miro,
Picasso.
There were many others that we.
Yeah, and then you had to like just skim through one exhibit just so that you can go to another. So like you had to choose between like yeah.
I'm guessing the problem is less if you pay to go in, because we did, you know, just only have 2 hours. But still.
Yeah, but even so, like even if they had enough time, like what I'm saying is like from a tourist perspective, you can spend like
an entire day there. Yeah. It's a badly structured museum, I'd say, unfortunately, because the content was pretty good.
Yeah, and then like I kept thinking like the content on the third floor, we actually kind of liked it. I mean, not liked it, but you know, enjoyed looking at the stuff. It wasn't like our type particularly, but then.
It was okay.
The point of going to museums is that it's not just to watch the paintings that you like, that you wanted to see, but you know also look at different art, you know.
Yeah. Like for
example. And then I kept thinking like, but it would have been better if you were able to look at the ones that you were anticipating to see first. So like you could go to the second floor first and then move on to the third floor to like kind of
see the rest.
Be more chill about
the
other ones.
So that's, I guess, like the big con of that museum.
Yeah.
It's not really well organized. There's also, it's very hard to know like where you're going. Like we only found the Picasso one when we by chance went to the second floor and started seeing.
What do you mean by chance?
Yeah, but like we didn't go to the second floor with the intention of seeing Picasso. Right?
Yeah, but we kind of knew because because one of the instructions was that no photography is allowed in 206.
In room 206.
Yeah.
But if we
so we kind of guessed like that's where
Picasso was. But like for example, you didn't know where Dali was.
Yeah.
You didn't even know that Dali was there.
Yeah, I didn't.
Right? And you know, like they definitely can put in more effort and like, you know, organizing and maybe showing people a map. A map would have been nice.
Yeah, I think like it would have been way better if they gave us like a
map.
Pamphlet.
Or a pamphlet
that had like the map.
Or maybe just even told us, hey, for your info, there's like a QR code you can scan here, right? Because there were QR codes around, but no one really told you that they were there.
Yeah, and they were mostly for like this picture was recovered by this
person.
Group. Yeah. Are you not liking the mango?
No, I am actually liking the mango.
You're not eating it, no.
Am
I eating it too fast?
No, I'm just talking too much. That's why I'm kind of angry at the museum.
Yeah, the content was so great, and then I feel like I didn't enjoy it as much because.
Or the museum itself.
Yeah, and then I get like I said, I get the marketing strategy or like to make them stay through the whole exhibit by forcing them to go to the third floor first, like because some people would just go see the Picasso exhibit and then just leave.
Yeah.
This is actually supposed to be the best part, like the seat and the skate.
Or like around the core?
Yeah.
Oh. Yeah. It does taste more like mango, not just sweet.
Oh.
Right? Maybe I just got the overly ripe part. But yeah.
This is a pretty nice mango though. It's not super sweet, but
It's sweet enough.
yeah. I mean, not being sweet isn't like necessarily a bad point.
Are we gonna drink the entire orange juice?
I
think we are.
hope not. I hope we have some left for tomorrow.
For tomorrow, yeah. Okay.
Also, 1 liter though.
Yeah, that's like about 4 big cups. Yeah. It's a pretty good deal actually.
Yeah, it was only 1.79.
Was it 1 or was it 2?
I think it was 1.79. Oh no, 1.79 was for the half a liter. Yeah.
This was like 2.40ish.
Oh,
I threw away the ticket. I had to look it up.
that's fine.
Anyway, it's a good deal. It's a good deal because it's orange juice. It's great. But yeah, the exhibits. So, do you want to like actually talk about the exhibits? Like, we're gonna start with the first one. Like, kind of follow the order we.
They were okay. Like I said, the content was nice. Yeah.
Yeah, the first one was like this one about this woman. I forgot her name. Carla Johansson.
Yeah.
Okay, so basically, she was like.
I think we both remember Johansson because of
Yeah.
for
the other
obvious
one.
reasons. Yeah.
So she was like this artist that started like doing like these looms, right?
Yeah.
Like weaving.
Do you want me to leave some of the core
For me.
food? Yeah.
If you want to like, if you're enjoying it, just go ahead.
I am enjoying it.
Then just go ahead. If I get to like the core, I'll start stealing it from me.
Yeah.
So yeah, this woman like she started weaving, right? And they talked about how in that arts school, like the loom art school or the weaving art school or whatever, they're like very creatively restricted.
Yeah.
So she kind of just broke away from all of that. And then a few years later, maybe, I don't know, like some years later, when computers, like consumer level computers started appearing, like the Apple II, she got one and she started making art with that, right? She got a printer and started like printing stuff. And yeah, I think like half of that, like the third floor was her stuff, right? And it was pretty interesting.
Yeah.
I gotta say, I personally liked not the art itself. Like the content for me was a bit maybe too complex for me to understand.
Yeah, it was. I mean, there was some that were like very fun though, like fun to look at.
Yeah.
Because it was kind of like those posters that are supposed to have a hidden meaning.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then those I'm guessing like those were more easier to understand. They were like less complex, and that's why we got what they meant.
Yeah.
And then, yeah.
But there were others that, oh boy.
Yeah, and then like the ones that she made with computer and coding were quite cool because like these days everyone draws with using computers, right? And then
Yeah.
it's like such a easy thing to do right now, but then I guess it's a totally different style of art.
Yeah.
Yeah. Who was that? Who was the guy who? It was like Anthony something. The can of tomato soup.
Oh. Yeah.
Marilyn Monroe.
Yeah, I know who he is. I just forgot his name.
Yeah. What was his name?
Yeah, the Campbell soup guy. Holy fuck.
Yeah. Anyway, it was kind of like watching that guy's work because it was so it had that kind of a new feeling, you know, like how the Campbell Soup guys drawings feel like, even if like those concepts are not so new these days, like everyone uses bright colors and, you know, like, uses poster colors, but then it feels new when you look at his art, because you get that it was new back in the day, and then it was the same for her art, and then it was nice.
It was very nice, yeah. Like I said, like, not the content itself maybe for me, but like the entire idea of how she made everything, like how she started doing it with, like, you know, weaving, right? You saw like a lot of looms, like these there were things that you would not have seen on a loom otherwise.
Yeah.
Because they were just like these. It looked like she was drawing with a pencil, but it wasn't a pencil. So like actually, you know, woven into the thing, right?
I thought it actually looked more like computer graphed images, you know,
I thought so too.
because the fonts were all very digital.
Yeah.
And then it was like, it was so curious. This sounds so British, like curious, like interesting, intriguing. That how she had the computer font kind of writing in her art when computers weren't even there.
Yeah, that's true. That's actually true. I was actually thinking like, wow, did she make this with a computer?
Yeah, that's what I thought at first too.
Yeah.
Like maybe she made these images with a computer and then they just like recreated it in Loom, but then it wasn't.
No, yeah, it's exactly that. I realized that when I got to the actual computer ones that the looms like predated the computers by a few years. I was like, wow.
Did you finish the...
I did finish this one,
mango?
so I am gonna start stealing from your core. Yeah. I feel like I could have maybe peeled this one a bit more.
No, it's okay.
Okay? Alright. Sorry.
So like,
that's pretty
how
cool.
you can use this?
Like just taking chunks out of it? Yeah.
I already kind of took chunks from that. Yeah.
Oh, I'm not good at chunking the mango.
Or you can just like...
I'm just gonna take this
like
square that's down here.
that you missed.
Yep.
Or you can just like hold it up like ribs and then...
Don't you roll this?
Yeah, do you want to eat it like that though?
We'll see.
You can have the, like, we call this the rib of the mango because you eat it like how you eat ribs in Korea. I'll give you the mango rib. They say it's the best part if you want it.
No, we'll share it.
Yeah, but you can't share it because you have to eat it like a rib.
God damn it, you're making this hard for me.
Yeah.
I want to give this to you. I want to be romantic.
No.
But then you're like sharing it.
No, because I know that you haven't tried the mango rib yet.
I haven't tried a mango rib.
That's why I want to give it to you. Go try.
I humbly accept your gift.
Great. Is it because I bought you a drink earlier?
Yeah. But then you gave me 2 things and I haven't given you anything.
Yeah, it's fine.
I'm being the worst date. Don't be like me.
And then you're complaining about some weird museum.
Yeah.
Worst date ever.
Yeah. Speaking about the museum, right? The one thing I like, and I think we talked about this in the museum, was that the art was like great in general, but for example, and this was like in the entire museum, it was very protest-like.
Yeah, political.
Very politically charged. For example, in the one we saw with like the computer graphics, there was all this part just dedicated to like an exhibit she made on this one particular like incident where someone was killed in Germany. Or
we couldn't really fully understand because all of the explanations were in
German.
Yeah.
And they weren't like, the museum didn't provide like a translation of them.
Yeah.
Which was
we were just like, ooh.
Oh.
Pictures.
Yeah. And sometimes I read some of the German words like, oh, Achtung, ich bin Sprach. But, you know, I just read them. I don't actually know what they mean, right? And yeah, I feel like I kind of missed out on that part. It would have been interesting to know the story of that woman.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, it kind of seemed like she was wrongly convicted or something like that. I don't know.
That's what it kind of looks like. Or maybe not. Maybe she was rightfully convicted, but it was just seen as a martyr.
Cause just a what?
A martyr. Like,
what?
You know, someone who like dies for a cause.
Oh.
Because in one of the few things where they explained what it was, they were saying like she was an RAF fighter. which was like this military or paramilitary group that was created in Germany, and how the artist who was making all these things hated the RAF except the leader, who she thought like as an intellectual that had just been radicalized or something. I was like,
Oh.
I was like, cool, but I want to know what the actual things say.
Cool, no story, bro.
Yeah, cool story. Yeah, but that was basically it. We were like kind of
bummed out.
yeah.
Yeah, I mean, like the main reason why I wanted to go to a museum was like so that I could learn about, you know, history and history of art. Like, see history through art was what I was trying to say. And then the museum kind of provided the right content for it, but then they just
no context.
They didn't provide the translation, so I wasn't able to really get the information. But yeah.
We're like, yeah, that's nice.
Yeah, and also I think especially because like some European people, they have like the context because they learn history, right? But then I know like I don't know anything about Europe. I literally asked him where was the World War.
Yeah. Yeah. And I feel like that's something that, you know, like it's not really something like the museum has to like spend like a trillion hours researching. It's just like a small translation here, a little bit of context there. And I feel like the entire museum...
And then like it's not even... I'm not even gonna complain if there was only Spanish explanations because like it's a Spanish museum, but there wasn't. It was just like mostly in the language where the author...
Yeah, the artist.
The artist was from, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But then they usually put like the titles that were translated to Spanish and English, and most of the things on like the explanation that they did give were in both languages. So
yeah, but then the explanations were mostly just about the artist and not about
the art.
Yeah.
Also, I'm gonna eat the mango rib, the
Mango rib.
the mango rib.
It's nice, right? Like it's the experience of eating it like
yeah,
a rib.
you're supposed to like scrape it off.
Yeah, you know how eating ribs makes the meat taste better.
You were right.
Yeah. Always first mango rib.
Oh, look at him, so cute.
Yeah.
Trying to get the meat off the rib. So yeah, you want to talk about the other exhibits?
I don't really remember.
The second one was the Moroccan one, which was like
actually, oh, that's what I was gonna talk about. I get it from the marketing perspective that they put the more impactful exhibits at the end, but then the problem was like because I saw Picasso the very last time, and then like of course it's Picasso, you just feel something from it, and then you automatically forget everything that you saw before. Yeah. You know, like if I saw Picasso first and then I saw all the other exhibits, I would have kind of remembered like, oh right, this artist did this and this, but then no, I just only remember Picasso and it's great art.
Yeah, because like the beginning just feels like filler.
Yeah.
Before the main act.
Yeah, and then I feel like, of course, it wasn't their intention, but it's a kind of disrespectful for using the other artists as a part of a marketing scheme. Yeah. Of course, but like I do get it because museums are also, you know,
oops.
They need to make money. They need to survive. They need to provide entertainment for citizens, and it's like at least it's for a good cause, you know. So I get it, but then still, it's a bit of a shame.
Yeah, because I feel like it detracts from the actual artist's value, you know.
Oh, I also remember the one that was the big eye, which was like moving like a, what do you call those, like monochrome?
God damn it, metronome.
Oh, metronome, yeah. And then it was moving like this, but then there was a big eye in the center, and then that was quite interesting. I feel like I actually really liked Dali, was it?
The big one?
No, Salvador Dali.
Oh, man.
The one with the melting clock.
Like, that was something.
Yeah, and like the exhibition with his art was actually really, really interesting. I wanted to spend so much time there because like there were so many details in one picture, like small hidden people and
Yeah.
like little objects. And if you looked at it from afar, you could see like a new kind of like form. And then I really wanted to look at all of the details if I had the time, but we were rushed, so we couldn't.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that was basically it. We couldn't really get to like the good parts, I think. Not that the other parts were bad, but you know. You just want to see like, you want to see Dali, you want to see Miro, you want to see Picasso.
Picasso was like, he was shockingly good though. I didn't know he was that good.
Yeah.
Yeah, because like you only learn. I only learned art until like in school, in like middle school, grade 9. Yeah, and then so. But when you're grade 9, you don't really know about art. You know, you don't really know how to look at art. But then I mean, I'm not saying that I know, but I still don't know. I don't know a lot about art. But then even me, when I just looked at his drawings, I could just feel like it was so good. Like when you're little, you keep hearing that, oh, Picasso was a good artist because he didn't follow the rules. He drew people differently, and then he just drew people the way he thought that expressed them the best. But then you don't really, yeah. So like you automatically think that, oh, Picasso is the guy that was horrible at drawing, but then he still became a famous artist. But then, no, when you grew up, you see that actually he was like actually a genius, because his drawings weren't poorly drawn. They were actually so,
They were precisely drawn.
yeah. They expressed like the emotions of the object, like the person he was drawing, in a way that it could have been best expressed, like in a way that it could be the best, it could be the most communicated to the watcher.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then, you know, it was like so shockingly good though. Like it just stays with you. And then, yeah, like I said, that's the bad part, because then the other stuff kind of relatively fades away.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because the Picasso one was like, it's really, really good. Like, the moment you start, the moment you walk into the Picasso room, even without knowing that's the Picasso room, you're just blown away. Like, oh,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Because,
And I didn't even know the context.
yeah, I actually knew the context. And, you know, it really adds to kind of the meaning of lots of his art, you know? We actually,
Yeah, but even not knowing the context, you could tell how well it was drawn.
yeah. And you could probably, like, kind of, like, feel what was going on, right? Yeah, like, feel it. Yes. Like, if you, like, remember the big one, Garnica, the one you couldn't take a photo of? Like, even without knowing what that was, you probably know, like, depicting something, like, really bad happening.
Yeah, yeah,
Which was what happened.
yeah.
So, yeah. I actually kind of want to go back to that exhibit.
Yeah, me too.
Like, not knowing that we can just kind of rush through the third floor. Not even rush, let's just skip it, because we'd already seen the
Yeah,
entire
just
thing.
look for the closest stairs.
Yeah. I
Because
think-
we actually spent a lot of time in the third floor. We went through every like art piece with, you know, carefully.
Yeah, we
like,
stop at
with-
every one.
Yeah.
We even took photos of the That's another thing I did not like.
Oh,
There
yeah.
were some places that
the names.
the names were just
Yeah.
on the right or on the left, and
Yeah.
you had nothing
and
under
then the whole wall was just
like
the
15,
art. Yeah, yeah,
like
and not
15 pieces,
yeah,
and you had to like walk to one of these sides to know the name.
yeah.
Because they weren't easy names, right? And we just ended up taking a photo of the list and going around like this.
I kind of appreciated like one of the artists who titled all of his all of his art as untitled. So like you didn't have to know the title.
Yeah.
It was just like, oh, untitled.
Oh, cool.
Cool title, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was Joaquin something. And another one, like, Miro had a lot that were like just painting.
Yeah.
They're like, yeah, nice.
It was nice though.
Yeah, it was really nice. But that was like the second floor, right?
I really wanted to spend a lot of time there.
We'll go there when we're back to Madrid.